for two young lovers. Me and the
With the holidays approaching, I thought that I would give you the easiest pecan pie recipe ever. A half a cup of sugar, but sometimes I get a little wild and I put 3/4 cup of sugar. We now add 3 eggs and stir well. 1 cup of white Karo syrup, 1 cup of chopped pecans, or 1.5 cup, whatever you desire. 1/4 cup of margarine or butter melted. Pour into deep dish pie crust. Of course, I cheat and use frozen. Bake at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes.
Did you know that you only need 2 ingredients to make the most delicious candied pecans? All you need is pecans and maple syrup. You're going to add them to a nonstick skillet and simmer them until the extra liquid in the maple syrup is evaporated, and then you're just left with maple sugar. Stir pretty frequently so that the nuts don't burn, and you'll see how the bottom of the pan there's still a little bit of liquid. Keep going. When they're done, you'll see a little bit of the crystallized sugar on the outside of the nuts. And then I put them on a nonstick surface to cool, and they are the best snack. Not tons of maple flavor, just right. They're great on salads too.
This is my hack for everybody's favorite Starbucks lemon pound cake, and it's just 3 ingredients. First thing we're going to do is take a box of lemon cake mix and dump that right into a bowl along with 3 eggs and then a can of coconut milk. We're gonna shake that up and then just dump it right in, get that all nice and incorporated with the whisk. And then we're going to get out our loaf pan here. I like this longer, thinner loaf pan size, but you are welcome to use whatever size pan that you like. Then we're just gonna get that batter all nice and evenly spread out and then pop this into a 350 degree oven for about 40 minutes. It comes out perfect. We're gonna let this cool on a wire cooling rack and mix up our frosting, which is totally optional here, but I actually really love it, so it's worth the extra steps. It's just a cup of powdered sugar, a splash of milk, the zest of a lemon, the juice of a lemon, and a splash of vanilla. Then we are going to spread this nice and evenly over the top of our cake, and we're gonna give it a try, and it comes out perfect. This is my favorite, you guys.
This is by far the best dessert bar you could possibly make. It's unbelievable. We're going into the fall season. Go ahead and bookmark this recipe. We're getting ready to make it. It is so easy. We're gonna start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of crushed graham crackers, a teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix it up, 2 sticks of unsalted butter, 1.5 cups of brown sugar. This is the worst egg crack of my life coming up, y'all. I can't believe it. Look at that, look. Oh no. Mix the egg up. Hopefully yours went better than mine. And then we're gonna add the second egg, mix it up. Then you're going to add the first half of your dry ingredients. And then you're gonna add the second half of your dry ingredients. So the texture is gonna be pretty crumbly, which is fine because you're just gonna press it into the bottom of a greased pan. I just use a little bit of butter, spread it all around, and then throw some of your flour in it. Once you do that, you're just gonna shake it all around, coat everything, and then you're ready to press the cookie crust into the bottom of the pan. This was not hard. You just use your fingers and just mash it around as best you can, get it pretty even. And then you're going to add a tub of marshmallow fluff. What makes this a lot easier is if you spray your hands with Pam, also your spoon. It makes it so much easier for cleanup and spreading it around. 2 cups of chocolate chips, and then you're gonna add the remaining 1/3 cookie crumble onto the top. 350 for 30 minutes and you're done. I put it in the fridge to cool. It took about 3 or 4 hours, and after that it was ready to go. These are the best bars I have ever made. They are so good. The texture, the taste, everything about them is perfect. They were such a hit. My husband, who is not a s'mores fan, texted me at 7 in the morning, y'all. He got into these and was like, oh my gosh, what have you done? They are so good. He said he's a changed man on s'mores now. So hopefully you guys give this a try. 10 out of 10.
Hey y'all, let me give you a step-by-step of how I made this since somebody requested it. This is the Ooey Gooey Strawberry Cheesecake Cookie. What is a lot to say? All right, so this is going to be 1 box of cake mix, whichever brand you want to use, 1 stick of unsalted melted butter, 1 egg, and instead of using a mixer, I actually used the consistency, I actually started with my hand because of the consistency of the cake mix. It's going to be like a cookie dough. All right, the next step is going to be adding it in a pan. Spray the pan down really good. The girl that originally did this, she did it in a 9x13. I did it in an 8x8 because that's what I had. All right, the next step is going to be adding the cream cheese. Make sure that it is room temperature. Add 2 eggs, 4 cups of powdered sugar. And for me, just for the extra oomph, I added the strawberry extract. Stir it up really, really good, and then pour it on top. Now, I will tell you again, the girl that did it about 9x13, this was for 300 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. But because I did it in an 8x8 pan, I still did it at 300 degrees, but I did it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Once it comes out the oven, pop it in the refrigerator overnight, you good to go. All right, bye.
Shall we make mini Oreo cheesecakes with these 3 ingredients? So you'll need 7 biscuits or cookies, which is 5 more than this idiot showing you right now. Unscrew the biscuits in an anti-clockwise direction. Going clockwise at this stage can ruin the flavour. Scrape the cream out from all 7 and smear it unattractively on the side of a medium-sized bowl. Next, take 1 pair of biscuits, yes, this pair will do, and we're going to crush them. Best way to crush biscuits is with a rolling pin, or you can just tell them to give up their dreams and go and get a proper job. Next, you need to mix the icing with a small amount of cream cheese to make a smooth paste. Oh, that's handy. Here's 100 grams of full-fat cream cheese. Just use a teaspoon. Start to work them together until you've got a nice smooth paste. This recipe works best if your cream cheese is at room temperature before you start. Yes, very good, well done. Now add the rest of the cheese. Mix that together until it's all evenly combined, and then you can add an optional cheeky 4th ingredient, which is 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Remember that white chocolate from the beginning? Come on, it wasn't that long ago. Where's your attention span? Oh yeah, TikTok. So 50 grams of white chocolate melted in the microwave. Add that to your cream cheese and icing mixture. Now this is where it really helps if the cream cheese is at room temperature. If your cream cheese is too cold, the chocolate will set too quickly and you will get lumps, which you don't want. When your mix is smooth, put it into a piping bag if you've got one and fit it with a wide nozzle. This is a 1 centimetre. Then you just need to pipe the filling, top with the other half, and roll the edges in the crumbs. If you haven't got a piping bag, don't worry, just use a teaspoon. Rolling the sandwiches in the crumbs will cover any rough edges. This amount of filling will make 6 fat sandwiches, and here's what you can do with any leftovers. First of all, you can pipe small kisses over the top, then you can dust one side of them for a sort of chic Cruella de Vil look. If you've still got leftovers, this is a serving suggestion I heartily endorse. Put them in the fridge for the filling to firm up. Gosh, that's a lot of F's. You can eat them after an hour and the biscuit will still have some crunch, or if you leave them 2 to 3 hours or even overnight, this is what happens. A marriage of sensations, cool pale cheesecake in a robe of dark velvet crumb. Ugh, basically just give them a try and then I can stop trying to out Nigella. Okay.
One of the biggest problems I have is that I can bake anything in a cup, like this brownie. 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of oil, a little vanilla, stir, 1/4 of an egg, stir, 1 tablespoon of plain flour, 1 teaspoon of cocoa powder, stir, and it's getting really nice. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, stir. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of white chocolate just to be nice. Clean up the cup and pop it in the microwave for 45 seconds. And this here is my problem. I can make any rubbish I want whenever I want, and it'll only take 45 seconds. And then I'm in heaven. I think I'll add a dollop of ice cream and in.
This chocolate ice cream is made with a tree that's in your neighborhood. Meet the linden. If you live in a temperate northern region, you have one. These are the linden fruits and they will be our chocolate. Very easy to spot from a distance because of these light colored little bracty bits. See, look, recognizable. See? Recognizable. We're home with our linden fruits, which I roasted at 350 for 45 minutes. My house now smells like chocolate popcorn. Loud noises. sifting out the big chunks. Okay, but does this not look like cocoa powder? Yes, it also looks like dirt, but cocoa powder also looks like dirt. Put your linden dust into a pot, a pinch of tasty rock, a bunch of sweet powder, some soy moo-moo, neutral oil to make things luxurious. Heat her up and stir her up. Make yourself a little starch slurry. If you're a normal person, you can use cornstarch. I'm using acorn. In it goes. Oh, she is looking as thick and luxurious as I know we all aspire to be. While she cools down, I'm gonna go get some ice. Get my little ice cream canister out the freezer, and we're just gonna surround her with a little ice, and then some chunky salt, and then more ice, and then more chunky salt. This is not proper ice cream eating apparel. I need something more festive. Much better. Hard gloves. 1 hour and 25 minutes later. Y'all, I think there's ice cream in there. I got ice cream. Y'all, this has me questioning everything. Make this. It is so good. I do not tell you guys to make everything that I make. Make this. Happy snacking. Don't die. I gotta go finish this. Wow.